Hi Cancer, welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thank you for joining me in this reading. I'm going to be using the Light Seers deck and the Lover's Oracle deck. So remember to take what resonates from the reading and to leave behind whatever you feel does not. So let's find out what messages come through with the cards. So the first card we have is the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands, you could be dealing with a fire sign, so a Sagittarius, Leo, or an Aries. Next, we have the King of Cups. With this card, you could be dealing with a water sign, so a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Finally, we have the World card. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. So the Three of Cups, you could be dealing with a water sign as well. Okay, so with the Six of Wands here, I'm seeing a connection that is perhaps very successful in nature. I'm seeing two very attractive people coming together with their own thing going on, and that is doing quite well actually, coming together, and they are in a connection whereby it is one that can look like even a huge goals kind of a couple. This is about having it all when it comes to a connection. It is very fulfilling at this time, and I'm seeing both people in this connection are thriving in their own ways. With this card, this also describes this connection as one that is perhaps also very successful in nature. This is about also a victory, so perhaps there may be something that you may have overcome as far as this connection, and you may have been successful in being able to overcome it together. And I'm seeing a very strong kind of a connection that is also very fulfilling to both people. So the King of Cups, with this card, I'm seeing that perhaps this connection is in a phase whereby things are really at a place where they are now kind of settling into a certain lifestyle and a certain place in this connection, whereby they are also able to enjoy in a consistent amounts of stability, and also being able to enjoy and being able to have everything when it comes to this connection. So with it being very fulfilling, I'm also getting the World card was also contributing to that. So it is about reaching a place that is stable in a connection, whereby you are solidified in your place in this other person's life, and this other person is also knows that they are with you in this connection, and it's about having that understanding and also being on the same page. And I'm getting this connection is one that's very strong at this time, and also that perhaps you may be even thinking about advancing to another level when it comes to this connection, because the World card is all about a completion, and what with it having that fulfilling element to it, this is all about being in a place where you can make plans when it comes to where you would like to move next to with this connection, and wanting to move forward with having had everything else in place. So with the Six of Wands, this is about having even perhaps your work life it is in a great place, and perhaps you may be in a great place when it comes to this connection. So I'm also seeing a lot of readiness on both people's parts. So with the King of Cups, this is about also finding that nice balance in a connection, and also being able to have a good understanding of the other person in this connection, and the other person having a good understanding of you in this connection. So I'm also seeing a lot of mutual trust and an ability to show up for one another in a way that is adequate and is very much appreciated between both of you. So I'm seeing a very successful connection. So with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this is a card that's showing some kind of a involvement from outside of this connection that may be kind of threatening or teasing to threaten this connection in some way. So with this card, this shows some kind of a third party. So with a third party, that could be even perhaps a parent of the other partner in this connection. It could be about somebody from the past coming to threaten this connection in some way, or at least attempting to or bringing up something that is going to kind of shaken this connection in some way, but I'm not seeing them being successful in even attempting to do that. With these cards, this is all about being able to have a victory over any hurdles that come towards this connection and that are thrown towards this connection. So with that Three of Cups, I'm seeing that this could come relatively soon in this connection. This is about trying to stop the connection and the excitement of a new connection. So this Three of Cups energy may be perhaps somebody who may be overstepping their boundaries as far as this connection, trying to overestimate their significance to this connection. but I'm not seeing it being something that is able to even bother or interrupt things in this connection. So with the Six of Wands and with the World card, I'm seeing a very strong connection that can stand in the face of any kind of disturbance. And with the King of Cups, this is a card all about having a balance between head and heart. So with that ability to have that mature perspective, I'm seeing the ability to talk through any situations that may be perhaps kind of confusing or feel as though it is something that may have the potential to turn into a threat. This King of Cups energy is very mature. So I'm seeing a very mature connection, one that does not blow things out of proportion, but is able to actually have a heart-to-heart, have a sit down, have a decent communication as far as any external factors or anything from the past or anything that may serve as some kind of a disruption to the peace and the fulfilling factor of this connection. So I'm seeing a very fulfilling and strong and also successful connection with these cards. So I'm gonna pull out 3 cards from the Lovers Oracle deck. So I'm gonna pull out 1 card for this overall connection, a card for you, and a card for this other person or anybody else involved in this connection. So I'm gonna start with a card for you, Cancer. So this is the card that came out. It says surrender, and it says, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Okay, so with this card, so perhaps with that 3 of Cups, there's some kind of a threat. I'm seeing that perhaps it may be something that has an influence perhaps on you on a psychological level. Perhaps it may shaken you. It may be something that causes perhaps some kind of worrying or perhaps even just some hesitations. With this card, this is all about being able to rest assured that this will be something that passes and not letting this get the better of you or get the better of this connection. So this connection may be new is what I am getting as well. So with this card saying we have to surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Perhaps some kind of a blast from the past may be coming into this connection in some way, in terms of perhaps some information that gets to you, or perhaps even just somebody else who may be posing as some kind of threats, or they may be imposing on this connection. And this card is all about being able to perhaps come to a place whereby you are able to let go of the situation and that worry that comes with it, because this, I'm getting this connection is one that is very strong and is able to withstand that. So this is also about having faith in this connection as well as having faith in the other person. So I'm going to pull out a card for the other person. So this is the card that came out. It says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Okay, so with this card, this is some assurity from this other person in this connection. I'm getting that this person perhaps is able to see this 3 of Cups energy for what it is, and they aren't bothered by it in terms of being threatened or feeling very shaken. And I'm seeing this person may be somebody who wants to be able to assure you also as far as that goes. So I'm getting that the other person in this connection could be a very caring individual. This is someone who's very considerate of you. They are aware of your feelings and they don't take it for granted that perhaps what kind of impact any external influences can have on you, and they don't blame you. And I'm getting that this person is someone who wants to be able to provide you with that assurance, and I'm getting that they are somebody who perhaps is also willing to be there with you in terms of being able to soothe you, because they know that this is not something that perhaps they feel that you need to worry about. So I'm getting there's a very calming element to this other person, and they have this ability to also provide a lot of calm to a situation. So I'm going to pull out a card for this overall connection. So this is the card that came out, and it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So with this card, this is all about the validity of any feelings that may come up as far as this connection goes. This is all about being able to express them honestly and openly as well with another person, and also being able to stay true to yourself as far as what you do express. This is about not rushing yourself to get to a certain conclusion because you feel like you have to, or because it feels like it's the right thing to do, or because it is what somebody else is asking you to do. This is all about being able to stand up for what is true to you and what feels true to you in a situation. So also with that Three of Cups in the reverse, so with this card, this could even be somewhat of some kind of disapproval when it comes to perhaps people outside of this connection, perhaps some friends or some family in some way when it comes to this connection. And with that surrender card that is for you in that Lovers Oracle deck, this is about being able to perhaps surrender and relinquish the idea that you can please everybody, and being able to perhaps make that decision for yourself to perhaps stick to what is true for you. And if it means that it is going against the crowd, or it's going against somebody else who is perhaps defiantly opposing or in disapproval of this connection, even though it is what brings happiness to you and this other person, this is all about being able to perhaps release and relinquish the idea that perhaps you can please everybody, and choosing your own happiness by being able to surrender. Okay, so that is the message that I get with these cards, Cancer. So I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I'll speak to you in tomorrow's reading. Bye, Cancer.